Silicon Valley, the playground of super talented tech giants, a symbol of innovation and economic prowess, with industry titans like Apple, Google, Oracle. Silicon Valley pumps out more than innovation, but influencing presidents and world leaders. It has produced billionaires. And yes, there is a black genius connection. That's why the full account from history should be known. Consider this article by Jessica Gwynn from 2023. The Race to Save Silicon Valley's Untold Black History. Nobody had recorded any of this ever. It introduces us to the Godfather, Mr. Roy Clay Sr. And keep in mind that good American talent may not be so difficult to find. Silicon Valley's noted birthplace was a Palo Alto garage. Young Bill Hewitt and Dave Packard, electrical engineers, established Hewitt Packard on January 1st, 1939. They expanded from audio equipment to electronic measurement devices. The technology industry put them on the digital solutions map. Enter Roy Clay Sr. But first, some background. Roy was born in Kinloch, Missouri, an all black town, in 1929, 10 years before Hewitt Packard was started, and at the dawn of the Great Depression. Clay excelled at the segregated Douglas High School and earned a scholarship to St. Louis University to study mathematics. He was one of the first blacks to graduate from SLU, earning a bachelor's degree in 1951. Degree in hand, Clay applied for a position at McDonnell Aircraft Corporation. At his interview, he was taken aside and told, Mr. Clay, I'm very sorry, we don't hire professional Negroes. Clay taught himself to write software and by 1958 became a programmer at Lawrence Livermore National Laboratory. Clay's early professional work involved creating a radiation tracking system to study the aftermath of nuclear explosions. While working there, he was introduced to David Packard. Packard liked what he learned about Clay and encouraged him to apply for a job at HP, but not yet. After leaving LL&L, Clay worked at Control Data Corporation where he created new Fortran compilers. But in 1962, Clay moved to Palo Alto, California and joined Hewlett Packard. In 1965, he launched and led the computer science division. Clay directed the team that developed the HB 2116A, one of the company's first mini computers. Clay stayed at HP into the 1970s, eventually rising to the highest ranking black staff member. Giving back and starting things, kind of our MO. While working at HP, Clay knew that there were many talented black STEM wizards who needed a door opened. He initiated a corporate culture at HP to find and employ HBCU students because blacks were underrepresented in Silicon Valley. He somewhat changed the look of the valley. He said, my sole interest is to work with young black males to encourage them to learn how to do things well. If you've enjoyed flex time at work, thank Mr. Clay. Clay was an early advocate for flex time, which became the HP way. As a manager there, he was among the first in the nation to design flexible work schedules for his employees, albeit because he also enjoyed playing a round of golf before work. Quote, I decided that the hours of greatest communication was between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. Therefore, I asked that everyone be in the office between those hours to avoid having trouble with scheduling meetings. The remaining hours worked were at the discretion of each individual employee. End quote. Co founder Bill Hewlett was not pleased. His own son, Jim, was a software developer who reported to Clay. Hewlett demanded answers, preferring a strict work schedule for all employees. But Jim managed to calm his father down. Clay later wrote in his memoir, when word got around in the industry about my flex time approach to managing my employees, I started getting calls from many professionals in the field who were looking for new job opportunities. There is so much more to learn about the Godfather, including starting his own business in 1977. Clay founded Rod L. Electronics in Menlo Park, California, an electrical safety test equipment manufacturer. They were the first producers of electrical safety test equipment certified by Underwriters Laboratory. Clay was a family man, married in 1957 and raised three sons. He was the first black person to join the Palo Alto City Council in 1973 and was elected vice mayor in 1976. In 1989, he became the first black member of the Olympic Club and a founding member of the Olympic Club Foundation. He was an avid golfer, and after the death of his wife in 1995, Clay founded the Virginia Clay Annual Golf Classic. In July 2022, Clay published a memoir, Unstoppable: The Unlikely Story of a Silicon Valley Godfather. A word about making it anyway. Clay's early days spilled racism at many turns. Clay shares in his memoir that as a teen he earned $2 or $3 a day mowing lawns and pulling weeds in nearby Ferguson, Missouri. One hot August day, he was perched on the curb outside a grocery store, cooling off with a soda after work, when a police car pulled up. Two officers threw him against the vehicle, frisked and handcuffed him. He was put in the car and dropped off outside his hometown with a warning and a racial slur. Don't let me catch you again in Ferguson. He writes, it could be said that I was lucky, as some 70 years later, an 18-year-old black man, Michael Brown Jr., was fatally shot by a white Ferguson police officer not far from where I had fortunately survived my encounter with the Ferguson police. Despite experiencing racism throughout his childhood, Clay's mother told him, son, you will face racism the rest of your life, but don't ever let that be a reason why you don't succeed. After joining the prestigious Olympic Club, he returned home to find a message on his answering machine from an anonymous caller. Quote, you better not show your black face at the Olympic Club, or you and your entire family are dead. Clay was inducted into the Silicon Valley Hall of Fame in 2003. In 2021, the city of St. Louis opened the Roy Clay Sr. Computer Lab in his honor. A life lived long and well. Roy Clay Sr. died last September 2024 at the age of 95.